Tuesday, January 16th, 2024 meeting of the Carlynton School District Board of Directors is called to order. Dr. Mantich, would you mind leading us to the pledge, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will the Secretary please call the roll?
Director Zalewski? Here. Director Belgiano? Here. Director Simsek? Here. Director Pushkar? Here. Director O'Brien? Here. Director Apple?
Here.
Director Luke?
Here.
Director Hontra?
Here.
Director Schreiber?
Here. There's a period of the meeting at the very beginning where we invite members of the audience to ask any questions or comment on any agenda items. Does anybody in the audience tonight want to comment on agenda items? If not, there's a moment of time at the end where we can ask any general questions. I'll look for, under section 2, approval of previous minutes. I'll entertain a motion to approve items 1, 2, and 3 under section 2, minutes from previous meetings. I have a motion for that item.
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded. Thank you very much. Any questions or comments? If not, we'll vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay? Motion carries. I'll report that we had an executive session prior to this meeting where we discussed real estate, contractual matters, and personnel matters. I now turn to Dr. Crater for the superintendent report.
Thank you, Director Schreiber. We have 2 reports this evening. I'll have a superintendent's report, and Mr. Pater, our Director of Maintenance and Facilities, has an update on facilities and work that's been accomplished really up to this point in the school year. So, Mr. Pater.
Good evening. Thank you for having me speak and give you an update on the 13 months since I've been here. It's been a very exciting year. We did the district did major renovations at Carlynton Elementary, and we've done some upgrades at Carnegie and also here at the junior senior high school. How do I advance the page?
There you go.
Okay. So this is an overlay of the major work that was done at the high school. So the first picture is a gym roof project that was done by Carlynton. They used, their subcontractor was Tuscany and Mayer Roofing. The project was done over the summer, and it started in June and it ended late July. With that project, they removed the existing roof drains, installed new roof drains, lowered the sumps for the roof drains so the roof would drain properly. They made sure each roof drain was working before they started their project. With that also, there was asbestos on the elbows of the roof. TMR Roofing at Garland, as part of the project, covered the cost of the abatement of the asbestos from the project. The project went over without any hitches. The very professional group of people to work with, and the roofing that was installed was a coating, a rubber coating that will give the roof 10 more years of warranty and will give it an extended life on its on the surface. So the next picture is a picture of the auditorium painting. The colors in the auditorium on the upper part used to be orange and yellow. So I talked to, with a few people and got the painting colors from, the district colors from Dr. Kreider, and they had Catella Painting come in. They painted the entire space from the stage to the LGI area. The LGI area was painted during COVID by the maintenance staff. So the lower walls were painted that same cream color. The upper walls were changed to the Carlynton school colors. The third picture is a picture of the team locker room. The flooring in the team locker room was aged and needed to be replaced. I had a company called Seaman Flooring. They grinded down the existing floor and they installed a two-part epoxy flooring to go into the team locker room. In the middle of the floor, they put the newer Carlynton logo on the floor for team spirit in that space. The fourth picture is a picture of the digital marquee that replaced the first.
Currently, our health and safety plan covers very broadly. It's very detailed, but the high levels are written up there. I'll leave it to the board to bring up in either new business or old business to see if you have any recommendations for any changes to the health and safety plan. At this time, as a superintendent of schools, I do not have any recommendations in regard to changing that plan. Also, this month is School Director Appreciation Month. So as superintendent of schools, it's my privilege and honor to extend a deep appreciation and gratitude to our dedicated school board members and during the School Board Director Month. Your unwavering commitment and tireless efforts in shaping the educational landscape of our district is invaluable. The decisions you make impact not only our schools and our community, but also our students as well in the program that we offer to them. On behalf of the entire Carlynton School District, I thank you for your invaluable service. Your passion for education and commitment to excellence is certainly greatly appreciated and definitely is embedded in the respect for the diversity of all of our students. So together, we're not just preparing the students for the demands of a changing global society, but also inspiring a passion for learning that transcends into the classroom. Thank you for your dedication, your hard work over, for many of you, years, for some of you, not quite a year, but greatly appreciate everything. I have a certificate for each one of you that will pass out here momentarily. So, thank you. That concludes my report. Any questions on anything we have there? Thanks.
So moving on to section 4 of our agenda, and in the spirit of trying to highlight important items and be expeditious about more tactical items, I'll look at the list and see most of the items here under section 4 is. We're going to do that first. That's not bad. That's good. Our solicitor has thankfully reminded me that I skipped our internal committee report. So we'll go back before I get to section 4. Director Apple had to leave for a personal commitment, but anybody have any updates on Parkway West?
No, I think the board had an opportunity to tour Parkway last week to go through the facility. I think very impressed with the services that they provide to our students and career-oriented types of programming.
Good stuff. Thank you. Pathfinder.
Jim, traditionally, we don't have a December meeting at Pathfinder, and January's meeting is tomorrow, so I'll report to you next month.
Sounds good. Thank you. Shazda.
The annual Shasta board meeting is scheduled for Thursday, January 1st. That's Upper St. Clair,
Yes,
and you're presenting, correct?
yes. I'll do a brief presentation on the whole presentation is centered around artificial intelligence, some legal aspects to it, and then also some educational tools and management tools in relation to that. I'll have a 20-minute session that I'll run for anybody who wants to attend that. We'll have breakout sessions for three or four different areas that members can attend.
That's all.
Thank you. Legislative PSBA.
Yes, real quick, the Basic Education Funding Commission finished up their tour across the state, listening to stakeholders' concerns and needs regarding the education system in PA. On Thursday, January 11th, the commission voted 8-7 to adopt a recommended blueprint for revisions to the school funding system. This report makes 8 recommendations, including recommending established adequacy targets for the state schools, stating that $5.4 billion is needed to close the existing statewide adequacy gap and ensure schools have enough funding to meet students' needs. Other recommendations in the report included updating the funding formula, running increases of at least $200 million through the updated formula each year, and it also calls for investments in school facilities, student supports, and the state's education workforce. The fate of this report is now in the General Assembly's hands, and they will determine what they choose to adopt or dismiss based on these recommendations. And that'll go through the annual budget and appropriation cycle, which officially begins February 6th after the governor's budget address. And then secondly, the School Safety and Security Committee recently announced the opening of the 2023-2024 School Safety Grant Program. More than $155 million is available to support safety and security initiatives through 4 grant programs, and that deadline to apply is February 29th. And I talked to Keith about it, which we apply for these every year, so we'll go for it again and hope that we receive some funding there too. And that's all I have.
Thank you very much. Foundation liaison report.
Did not have a meeting, so I don't have anything to report.
Thank you. Any other questions on committee reports? If not, now we can move on to section 4. The four items that are under section 4, I'll entertain a motion to approve all 4.
So moved. Second.
Move to second. Any questions or conversations about any particular item? If not, we'll vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Thank you. Under section 5, finance, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different items. I'll entertain a motion to approve those 6 items under section 5, finance.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Thank you. Any questions or discussions? I'll just quickly point out that we are approving the Parkway West budget, some tax stuff, and then the usual financial reports. There is a grant, a moonshot grant that we're approving. Dr. Craig, can you give us a quick 10-second on that?
Yeah, Moonshot Grant is close association with the Remake Learning Project, very close association with the Grable Foundation. Light Initiative applied for that grant, named us as a beneficiary for that. It will support a lot of the work that we're doing for outreach, community service types of projects, field trips, learning opportunities for our students, to visit some culturally historic types of places across the Pittsburgh area. A lot of that work is taking place through our PAWS program and also our Girls Supporting Girls, and also our Black Student Union that was recently approved as well. So it's a $10,000 grant. Most likely they will sit on the money and we'll draw from them to make the bookkeeping easy on our end. But yeah, very excited and very appreciative towards Mike for writing us into that grant.
Excellent. Awesome. Thank you. Any other questions or discussions?
I'll just say that as an ambassador for Remake Learning, it is very exciting that Carlynton is participating.
Wonderful. Thank you. Let's vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Under section 6 personnel, there's one item. I'll entertain a motion to approve the personnel agenda.
So moved. Second.
Moved and second. Thank you. Any questions or discussion? Not will vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Section 7, 2 items. I'll entertain a motion to approve both items.
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded. Thank you very much. Any questions or comments? If not, we'll vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Policy stuff, nothing this month. Old business, any director of any old business they'd like to bring up? New business, any director of any new business they'd like to discuss? Joseph? I'm so sorry you had to wait this long.
Oh, that's all right.
Hope it was informative and Please, you had a question, and you may go there, you may stand there, wherever you feel more comfortable.
Sure, I just wanted to bring the board's attention to today's cancellation, the late implementation of a delay and subsequent cancellation. I think it jeopardized the safety of your staff and your of the students. I have a 7th grader and a 4th grader. My son, who's a 7th grader, was already at the door when the phone started ringing. I noticed, since I was already up, that most of the other districts around us had already canceled with plenty of advance notice. So moving forward, I would encourage there to be more due consideration about an earlier cancellation because from my vantage point on Far Avenue, the conditions didn't deteriorate considerably between 6 and 6:51 when the announcement was made. So thank you very much.
Fair point. Thank you for sharing. Any other open forum questions or comments? Board members, any other open forum questions or comments? Then I'll entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting. Move to second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. We are adjourned.